Richard Curry of the Accompong Maroons. And those two things are buzzing right now as a 43-year-old is now the youngest Maroon chief in Jamaica and the youngest Jamaica's ever seen, I'm told. He'll correct me if I'm wrong. He's joined us via Zoom to discuss his victory as well as his manifesto. Welcome to Smile, Chief Curry.
Welcome, Chief.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for having me, guys.
Yeah, man, it's our pleasure, and congrats, sir. Well, let me start there. We're going to get in some other things, but why did you want to become the chief?
All right. So I first must apologize because my connection is really not so great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
So I'm gonna ask you to just repeat the last part of your question.
Yeah, I just said why you wanted to become the chief in the first place.
To bring change to my land, to bring change to my culture, and to, in essence, save the culture. We've had lots of challenges in the 283 years we have been free as a sovereign people, but over the years we have failed to really put to use what we have in that 1738 treaty signed with the British.
All right, I don't think you could tell me every single thing, but give me some of the major changes that you want to make.
Well, first, I would like to call it an economic reset. The idea is to stimulate economic independence, to drive our own economy and our own sustenance as indigenous people. We have the land, we have the resources in the people, and we have failed to bring capital to complete the circle for productivity, digital, and to stimulate development across our communities. But this has to come through first reestablishing trust, confidence, integrity, and putting in place structures and systems as a government would do in a sovereign state to facilitate this nature of renaissance, if you want to call it that.
Yeah. I hear your vision, Chief Curry. Among those things, are we looking at capacity building, at ensuring that the people in the Accompong community are able to execute some of the things that I hear you saying?
Correct. So our communities are far and wide, right? So we have multiple available set of skills embedded in our youth and individuals who walk amongst us as, you know, the everyday person. The problem is that they haven't been challenged. They haven't been put in an environment that challenges utilization of those skills. A lot of them end up leaving the communities to seek employment or to seek development or to seek wealth through other means.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. One of the things, how do you, Chief Curry, find that balance between Maroon tradition and modern contemporary Jamaica?
Well, it's quite simple. We are an ancient people, but as time moves and times change, you also evolve. So it's not hard to see how we could amalgamate both, because essentially, I think the overall sense of the nation is that we ought to be doing better, and it's time for us to do better. And I think we're now prepared and gearing ourselves up to do just that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Delia said you're the youngest, and obviously the people believe in you or they wouldn't have voted for you. But how did they react to this very young man now being the chief? I suspect you have a lot of people there much older than you are, aren't you?
All right. So first of all, I must correct all the print that you see circulating out there saying that I'm 43. I'm actually 40 years old. So yes, I am the youngest chief, and I think what is happening now, or what needs to happen, transcends age. It's really having the vision, having the plan, and having a proven background and being in love and in tune with the culture and being in love with your people. So I think it's a mere, you know, I think it's kind of destiny,
Yeah.
and the people have really received the message, and I think they're ready for that change. So I think that's why the outcome was such a convincing outcome.
Yeah. How have the elders responded to you?
Thank you. Yes.
No, I said, how have the elders responded to your
Oh,
victory?
very well, very well. Our community hinges a lot on the elders, and I mean, if it wasn't for the advice and guidance of some of these elders, I would not have found myself in this position. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I've never considered myself getting into politics. I'd never considered myself a politician. I've never voted in a general election before, and I mean, at the end of it all, this process for me was done out of a heartfelt move that was necessary to shift the current trajectory of our community.
Yeah. One of the things I've noticed, Chief, is you're extremely popular on social media, which I think is a great thing because now it's brought a lot of attention to Accompong, and deservedly so. Do you think this is a great opportunity for the Maroons to now, I guess, do a bit more promotion of your communities? Because there's so much out there, so much myth that people think about the Maroons. Is now a great time to reach out to the wider Jamaican society and to clarify who you are and some of the things you stand for?
So I think it's an opportunity for the wider Maroon community to start feel back the pride of a nation, the pride that set us apart in history. So I think what it now means is that we now have to start, reassessing, how people really view the Maroon community, and see, I mean, based on what's happening for yourselves, you see that there's so much interest out there in who we are, what we do, how we plan to do it. It's almost like it's another world coming to life here, but it has all been here from 1738, So to be honest, I think what this is a waking up for the Maroon people, a waking up to remember the pride and remember the cry for what we stand for and who we are. So I think essentially what you see happening now is a rise to that call.
Yes, we're all heading to the kinder tree, eh?
Right into kinder.
Yes. What's been the response from the other Maroon chiefs?
Great. I've heard from two of them so far, but the response has been great, and the encouragement has been great. And we're looking to now join the umbrellas to have the conversations that are necessary to have a fully functioning Maroon government right across the board, right across the land.
Yep. Chief Richard, I asked the question already, and you answered it already, but I'm going to ask it again in a different way. You just said you never considered yourself a politician. I'm reading what you said. You could correct me if it was wrong. What drew me was witnessing the atrocities that were being carried out against the culture, against the people. Our people are suffering. When you say atrocities, what do you mean?
Atrocities against the culture. I'm talking about things that have infiltrated our way of life and our way of, of course, our beliefs. A lot of people have been running up and down around, with different claims and stakes as to the Maroon heritage. And what it has done is brought a lot of controversy. And for me, it's an atrocity because these things tend to happen above the level of the average man. So the man in here walking himself around, priding himself in this rich heritage and this rich culture, doesn't understand the implication that the others out there, their behaviors and the things that have been done in the past have really caused us to be where we're at. And we want to now step away from that, So when I say atrocities, I mean atrocities that has tied up our whole governmental system and our functioning systems that would bring us that liberty of economic independence. So, you know, a lot of these things are what I speak to when I say atrocities, things that are put to us to create a facade of belief and a system and structure that we're supposed to upkeep, but really and truly they don't really serve us, right? A lot of these engagements haven't done anything for us more than tear us more apart. So I want to pull us back together. I want to unify the culture, unify the indigenous people, and bring back the true essence of sovereignty embedded in 1738.
Yes, and take back some of the land too.
Yeah,
That people have
amazing,
tried to
sir.
take.
Delia has promised to take me to Accompong many, many times because I've never been to a Maroon town, and certainly I want to come down. Congratulations. Great to have you with us this morning, and good luck as you move on.
Thank you so much for having me. Look forward to having you guys. It's been really a pleasure, this journey, and I just want to continue, you know, encourage people to check in on my page, you know, keep in tune with the updates and see what's happening, because there's a lot more in store for us. And I would like for the entire wider Caribbean to be a part of that. So you can follow me at Chief Curry on my Twitter. That's at Chief Curry, and Chief Richard Curry on Instagram. So thank you so much, and I appreciate it.
Stay safe, sir.
Best yam in Jamaica. I can never up there get some yam.
Richard Curry, youngest elected chief of the Accompong Maroons.
All right, from one Hits Jamaica to the next. Coming up, we have a chat with anti-racism activist and author Beverly Bryan. Stay with us.